Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video. So today I think that we are gonna get on with the Game Pass shop. Now, the reason why I think we should do this is because Game Passes are obviously a really cool way of so that you can actually make Robux off your game. So in this video, we're going to go over a 2x speed Game Pass, 3x speed Game Pass, which by the way can stack, and a 2x prestige Game Pass. You can do as many as you want, do whatever you want, but these are just three examples I'm going to do now. Future episode we might do like VIP and stuff like that, but just for now, this is what we'll do. If you want, you comment below in the comments below. Let us know ideas on Game Passes you think we should create, and you never know, we might just implement them. But anyway, we're going to start by having to make an image. So bear with me a second. Right, okay. Go over to start a GUI, and we are going to want to probably, we're going to right click and start a GUI. No, we're not. We're going to click this arrow, next to start a GUI, and we're going to create a screen GUI. We're going to press F2 or right click and rename, and we are going to call this Game Pass Shop, just like that. Now into here we're going to insert a image label, I reckon. Let me have a look. No, sorry, we don't want a label, we want an image button. Sorry, I got that wrong. Image, search image and then button. We want an image button. Oh, no, we don't, sorry. In here, we're going to want to insert an image label, and we're just going to call this open. Ignore that it doesn't have an image at the moment. We are going to do that now. So, in here, I'm just going to go and copy and paste this in. I will put this in the description. It will be called. You want to copy and paste an asset ID in the description. Apparently, we're allowed to use this asset. Let me have a look here. Image color. So just go under there. It will be under. It's basically just a white screen. It will be under open image ID, and then just copy that. And here we're going to change the color to, I'm going to change this manually here. I'm going to say 0,155,232. And then we get a nice blue circle here. This blue circle, probably wondering what you do with this, just leave it, don't worry about it. You don't actually need to really put anything in here, but I'm just going to do it anyway, because that's what I've done on this project. Anyway, into this open, we're going to insert a image button. And, oh, sorry, actually, first, I'm going to go to this open, and I'm going to set its size and position. So I'm going to go over to position, and I'm going to set it to, I'm going to click on these little arrows here to open up its X and Y, then do it again. And I reckon if I do it here, there we go. I'm going to set the offset to 0, because if you have an offset, that means it won't scale properly. This is all for the X, by the way. And then the scale to 0.01. And then the Y, offset 0, and then scale 0.412. And then we've got something which is around about here. Next, we're going to do size. So size, I'm just going to open this up once again. Boom and boom. And for the size, we are going to do an offset of 0 for the X. And a scale of 0.057. Then for the offset here, for the Y, we'll do 0 once again. Then we'll do scale 0 point and then 412. No, not 412, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. 0.123, nice and simple right there. Then we're gonna click add here, and we're gonna insert an image button, which we will just leave named image button, that doesn't matter. The ID here will be under open image button, it'll be in the description. And I'm just gonna place it in there. This is our thing. I can't remember where I got this ID, but it's from the toolbox. You can make your own, but I believe this one's from the toolbox. You're allowed to use it. It's public. But I recommend making, if you want to take this game seriously, I recommend making your own. I've done a video on the Scratch series on Photoshop and GIMP, which is basically a free Photoshop, on how you can make little icons. I can do one on this series if you want me to, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, just use this. Once again, it'll be in the description. The image color we're just gonna leave white, because honestly, you don't need to change that. I reckon we'll do, that seems like it should be all. Of course, that we now need to go through this all again. So, as for our position, it should be, the X should be 0.081 on the scale. The Y scale should be 0.158. 0, and then scale, oh no, it might not be, 0.919. And then here, offset 0, scale 0 point, and then this appears to be 715. And then we kind of got this little thing here. Let me have a look at this quickly. Let me just go to open and then change this from stretched to slice. I didn't realize that. And slice center, we want to have 6, 6. What have I done? 6, 6. 7 and 7. That appears to be it. I can't see anything else. Oh, sorry, we changed the background transparency to 1. That's why. And then for our image button, we obviously we go to here, we change background transparency once again to 1. Now we've kind of got this going, as you can see. It's a little bit glitchy, to be honest. We'll work on that in a minute, maybe. Oh, sorry, this is registered as 0 for some reason. I need to make that 6 as well. And then, okay, yeah, now we've got our perfect shaped thing. You can put that in there. Awesome, so now we've got our little basket. So, sorry that took a while to set up, I couldn't figure that out. It all seems good now, though. Next, what we want to do is, we're going to want to make a text button. So in here, we can click this, click text button. Now for the text button, we are going to have our background transparency, to 1. We're going to have our position to 0 on everything. Size, we're going to set to 0 on everything. 0, and then 0. Oh no, sorry, no we're not, We want to have 1, 1. Like that, and then that will become the exact size of that. Next, you just want to get rid of all the text. If I'm honest with you, I don't know why. we actually have this, but we're doing my little project here, so we're gonna do it anyway. Visibility we're gonna keep on. Right, weird. Next we are going to work on something called the Game Pass shop, which this is gonna be the harder part. I believe if go over to our shop GUI, and what does our shop GUI look like? Yeah, terrible. Just a thought. Right, so here, this is going to be interesting. Very interesting, actually. I'm just going to... Yes, okay, so we're going to duplicate our open here, so press Control D. That's one way of doing it. Now you've got two opens. I just want to undo something there. Okay, but obviously we don't want two opens, so we're going to call one the G shop. Oh dear. So rename one, if you would let me. G shop. Now what we do with the G shop is, I'm just gonna drag this up here. No, I can't be bothered. We're gonna set in another ID. Once again, this will be in the description. Just paste that in. Basically the same ID. Yeah, it is the exact same ID. Same image and everything. So we can just leave that as it is, except the size and stuff. So this one's going to have different dimensions. So go over, we'll start with position. The X, we're going to have an offset of 0. And there with me. Offset of 0 and a scale of 0.299. The Y, we're going to have an offset of 0 and a scale of 0.144. Now, I think I've already explained this in a previous episode, but basically offset is to do with scaling. So if I was to change my screen like this, because we have 0 offset on this thing, it changes with the screen size. Otherwise it just kind of all gets smudged in and half of it just disappear off the screen, which you don't really want, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, that's it for position. For size, we are going to do something similar with the offset. But obviously we're going to change the scale up. So scale for the X is going to be 0.393. The scale for the Y, ignore this stretched image, we'll fix that in a minute. This is going to be 0.735. Right. This, we are going to remove our image button and our text button now. So now we've just got this for our G shop, which I suppose is alright. I think that's everything here. Yeah, it is. Now we're gonna go and make a scrolling frame. So, gonna add in a scrolling frame, and we're gonna make some things on this. So, I'm gonna set this to 155,232. That looks good to me. Yep. Okay. So now let's just set the color the same as our background. If you're not setting your background color the same as mine, you just basically match it with this color here. Make sure these two are the exact same. But anyway, next up we want to work on position. So the position is if we want it 0 for everything. The size, however, size is a little bit different with this. We just want the scale to be 1 with offset of 0. Once again, offset 0, scale 1, and that basically matches that size there. Awesome. Oh no, sorry, we don't want a scale here 1. We want 0. What do we want? 882 for this, and that means that our position might be a bit wrong. Position for the Y, yeah, is on the scale here 0.118, which then puts it to the bottom. So we've got some room up here, which we're going to use in a minute. Okay, now we will get on to the content of the frame in a minute. Actually, yeah, we may as well do that now, mightn't we? So, into here, we're going to want to make a new frame, and we're going to rename this to 2 times, this will be our 2 times speed, and we're going to set that to background transparency as 1. We will set the position to 0 on everything. The size, the only thing that needs to be changed here is 0 offset, and for the X on the size we've got 0.95. I didn't do point, 0.95. And the Y we have got 0.1. Although that kind of seems a little bit much, can't lie. Oh, it's because we have the offset, obviously set that to 0. There we go, that's way better. That's basically it for that. Then we've got our few things. We're going to have our title. So we're going to insert a text label. And text for this, we're going to have background transparency 1. Position wise, you're going to keep it all of those zeros. The offset 0, and once again 0 for the X and Y. However, for the X, the scale is going to be 0.4, and for Y, it's going to be 0.3 in the scale. That'll create this little box here. Then we're going to go down to here, and we're going to make our text the title of what this game pass is called, so 2 times speed in my case. Then what we will do is I'm going to set this to the colour of yellow, which the yellow I'm going to choose is 255,170,0. Nice little yellow there. Text scaled, click that. I'm going to change the font as well. I'm going to change my font to Gotham Bold. That's basically it for that. And then we've got our description. So we're going to duplicate this text label. Oh dear, pressed the wrong finger. So we duplicate this text label. And this text label, similar thing. So the only thing different here is our position is a bit different. So X we're going to keep the same, 0 for everything. Y, however, we're going to do 0.21 for the Y thing. And then for the size, we shall go, let me have a look. Once again, 0 offset for the size. The X scale will be 1.014. And I'll show you Y in a minute, because there's one other thing we got to do. And then the Y scale will be 0.497, which then creates this nice little thing here. Then we're just going to do a normal white text. Definitely make sure it is white. And then this is going to be our description. So we'll say upon. By the way, all of this is actually coming from the game that I am working on with a couple of other people. Link will be in the description to that. Actually, no. Well, it's under our group games. It's called Useless Speed. Link to our group, Roblox group, in the description. Then you can go to that, and then our game will be there. This is all coming from there, so everything you're seeing here is how we've made it in our game. Anyway, you'll receive a permanent, we'll do that in all caps just to make sure that they buy it, 2 times speed multiplier. Also, we should probably add a full stop just to be formal. And then, yep, that all looks good to me. Next, we are going. You're probably wondering why I made it a bit longer. That's because I'm going to go over to this scrolling frame, and you see these black lines here. There's something I'm going to change, and that is in fact to do with this area here. So the bowl sky image is I'm gonna make white because I personally think it just looks a lot better when it's white. I can't lie. And then we're gonna set this border size pixel to 0, and that just gets rid of that. So now we've got a nice, clean, smooth thing. And back to our description, we've done that now. Now we've got to actually make the purchase button. So this bit's going to be a little bit harder. For this bit, we're going to have to add image label. The image will be, once again, in the description. Boom. It's just this once again. And then, you guessed it, we're going to have to change the colour, although this time I'm going to make it green for the purchase button. So 0, 220, 0. This is kind of like our, I guess you could call it material colour. Once again, we're going to need to select the slice, and then the slice center will be 6, 6, 7, 7. Enter. Done. Next up, we will make our background transparency 1. So we don't need that. The position, the X scale will be 0.622, and the Y will be 0.697. The size is going to be 0 offset scale on the X, 0.34. And Y will be 0 offset with the scale on the Y of 0.266. This makes a nice little purchase button we could use. I'm gonna just call this the Speed Game Pass, just so we got a name for it. And then we're actually gonna add in a button, text button. The text button we're gonna have to be background transparency of 1. We're gonna have position 0 for everything there, and then the Y the exact same. So we're not going to change the position. We're just only going to change the size. For size, all we're going to do is get rid of all the offsets and make these two things both 1 here on the scale. Now I'm going to go over here, change the font to Source Sans bold because it's nice and bold and looks better. Change the button to Purchase. Change the text color to white. Oh dear, I've accidentally clicked off it by accident. And text scaled as well, just because why not? And that's our purchase button basically. Awesome, that's pretty much all for that. So you can edit all this as much as you want. We're gonna work on a header soon. Also, it all kind of like, as you can see, it looks really cool when it's done. You might want to just work on like spreading this description down a bit more and do what you want, but I'm not that fast. It looks good as it is. I like it. There we go with auto saving right there. Next up, we're going to create something called a LineOff, so we're going to go over to the add button and create another image label, and we're going to call this LineOff. No, I spell off with a capital F. LineOff, like this. Once again, this will also be in the description, this image. This one, I think I made myself, I don't know. Yeah, no, I did make this one myself, I think. We're just going to go and copy and paste that image in. We're going to say slice. 6, 6, 7, 7. Change the color. Sorry, this isn't an image I made. I thought it was. Don't worry, I was thinking the wrong thing. 0, 117, 172, just to get kind of a darker version of this color here. Now we're going to go sort out sizes and positions. So we're going to go to the position. when I can find it here, X and Y, we're gonna make the X 0, the scale 0.001. I know, very, very subtle. And the Y scale 1.057. So it's kind of down a little bit. I'm just gonna pull this out a little bit more. Size, okay. Offset 0, offset 0. Anything we make, we're probably always going to set the offset to 0 on most occasions. For the size, the scale on the X is going to be 1.009, and the scale on the Y is going to be 0.087. So if I'm going a little bit quick, next that means we're done with that. Awesome. So we've done the first 2 times speed thing. Now I'm just going to duplicate this, and this will become 3 times speed. And for 3 times speed, it's all the exact same stuff, except for here it says under the title, the text is 3 times speed, which by the way, these will be able to stack. I think I mentioned that earlier. This will be upon purchasing. So upon purchase, you will receive permanent, just to make sure they buy it, permanent, all in caps, 3 times speed multiplier, full stop. And what we're going to do with this, oh sorry, one thing I forgot, go back to your 2 times, go to the LineOff. You're going to see a border size pixel, make that 0, same with this one here, make it 0, just looks way better. The thing for this is we're going to have a different scale, so different position basically on the Y. The Y scale here is going to be 0.128, and that just separates it down here. And as you can see, these things act as separating lines. Another thing on here is we make the background transparency on this to 1, on the LineOff, background transparency 1. Awesome, and as you can see, we're getting somewhere with this. Up here we're going to have a title, which we'll do in a minute. Next we're going to have a 2 times prestige. Duplicate this, 2 times prestige, and this will be for this will be, let me open up the 2 times prestige. This will obviously be no longer be called speed game pass, obviously this will now be prestige game pass. We'll keep the purchase button because we don't need to change anything there. This will be 2 times, we'll say prestige, or of course if you're doing rebirth, it'll be 2 times rebirth. I can't remember what we're doing, to be fair, but yeah, the same thing. And then we can obviously we then need to do the description. Sorry, my brain's taking a while to process this here. Upon purchase, you will receive a permanent 2 times prestige multiplier. This means every time you prestige, it will give you 2 prestiges instead of 1. Really powerful. Really good to get far into the game. That's why I'm not doing a 3 times prestige, because you don't need it. 2 times is really powerful. So it's probably going to be one of your most expensive. I think 3 times should probably be your most expensive. Prestige, maybe prestige should be, I don't know. It's really hard. And I'll teach you through, I'll guide you through actually making the IDs for these in a minute. Anyway, well, now I need to obviously get the 2 times prestige that we've got here, and we need to choose the position for it. For position, our scale this time for the Y, position, and we go to Y, our scale is going to be 0.253. Obviously, the more you add, you just need to do the maths to figure out how much spread these are, so it's increasing by, it's adding 0.128 every time, so every time you want to do something, you basically just do that. Anyway, I think that's about it really for the basics of this. Oh no, it's not. Because now that we've done the scrolling frame, we now need to make, in the G shop, another image label. Image label. And this will be called frame. We'll just call this frame. For frame, we're gonna, once again, ID, same ID in the description. Just that white one. We'll get to that in a minute. But, we're gonna have to change the position and stuff on this one. So what we're gonna do is open up our position and our size, because we're gonna have to edit these. We'll start with position. For position, we want to have 0 offset, obviously, and on the X a scale of 0.96. This will be our close button, by the way. For the Y, offset of 0, scale of minus 0.061. This just puts it kind of up here. Right, for the, I just realised I've done the size for the position. Sorry, I got that wrong. So for the size, the scale is going to be 0.1, and the Y scale is going to be 0.1 as well. Oh no, so I didn't get it wrong. I'm so confused. So set these, and then that's the minus 0.361, and then scale. Yeah, okay, so this is all right. So sorry, I was right in the first place. Then we're going to set our background transparency to 1. Down here we're going to make this slice once again, and then 6, 6, 6,6,7,7. Kind of getting the hang of that now. I'm going to change this to a nice kind of reddy pink colour. So I'm going to type in 255,73,85. This gets a nice little sort of reddy pink. In this frame we are going to add text button. We have an animation in here, but it doesn't do anything, so we can delete that. So it's got some random stuff. Anyway, so we're gonna add a text button. It's gonna leave it as it's called, and we're gonna say background transparency 1. 0 everything for the position. The size, however, we're gonna have 0 offset, 1 scale for the X, and for the Y, 0 offset, 1 scale for the Y. Just to set it to that size. Here we're gonna have text scaled, make it white. Oh dear, what have I done? And I'm just gonna make the text an X, capital X. I also once again change the font to Source Sans Bold because I really like that. It's kind of like a cool simulator look. And as you can see, we can drag this, and we've got our close button, although we do now need to actually add our first script to the video, which I'm going to do now, actually. I was thinking about doing it after, but I'll do it now. So I'm going to add on to this thing a local script. Going to open this up. So sorry if my local and stuff like that, it's all white, it's a bit weird. It's because my thing's kind of updated, it's changed itself. So I need to go through that. But for now, just copy as I do. So say local button equals script dot parent. Just zoom in a bit just to make sure you can definitely see. Say button dot mouse button 1 click connect function, and then enter. So this is basically saying when the button's clicked. So we're creating a variable to get the button, which is here. Then we're saying when it's clicked, this dot mouse button 1 click connect function. This is making a function for when it's clicked. And here we'll just say script dot parent dot parent dot parent. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 parents here. Dot parent again. Dot G shop. Dot visible equals false. Once again, I don't know why it's white. Sorry about this. It's a bit weird. Right, that's literally it for the close script. Go back over to here. So, we are now going to make a text label. So let's just add in a text label. This label here, we're going to set our background transparency to 1. This is going to be the title, by the way. Border size pixel to 1, that doesn't matter. Our position will change a bit. So we're going to have 0.309 here on the X. Oops, 309, 209. And 0.377. Not 2. Why is it saying 2? Like, on the Y. No, sorry, no, we're not. Got it wrong once again. We have minus 0.003 here. Once again, it's me being an idiot. That just doesn't, no, that's not right, is it? So for the X position, 0.309. For the Y, minus 0.003. Oh, it is right. What? Oh well. Anyway, size. Oh, it's because our offset, isn't it? 0 offset with 0 offset. Scale of. On the X, we're going to have a scale of 0.377. The Y, we're going to have a scale of 0.1. Why is this not right again? Size. It's because I put this into the frame. Oh, it's because I put it into the frame. Sorry, everyone. It's because I'm an idiot. This is meant to go under the G shop, so just move it over to there. Anyway, next, once again, source sounds bold. I like it. I'm going to make it white. And this is going to say Game Pass Shop. Like that. Or Game Pass Shop. And there we go. And then we're just going to scale the text. And boom. We've got our little shop here. Now we need to make it functionable. This bit's hard, so please pay attention here. We are going to make a brand new local script. By the way, this script is 56 lines long. Which doesn't sound like too much, but it's quite a complicated script. I won't be able to explain it all. Basically, we're going to start by saying locals. Create a local script, by the way, under the Game Pass shop screen, GUI screen. And we'll say local marketplace service is equal to game : get service marketplace service. I can't explain all this, I'm sorry. But basically what we're doing is we're getting the marketplace. If I go and explain this line by line, we're going to be here for a long time. We don't want that. We just want to get through it. I can do maybe a series in the future where I just do Roblox coding tutorials and explain it all. Like kind of like a crash course sort of thing, like a little course, but I don't know. Anyway, we're going to say local mainframe equals script.parent.gshop. Local speed game pass is equal to mainframe dot scrolling frame. Then here we're going to open these quotation marks 2 times speed. This is mainly just because it's got space in, so therefore because we can't say dot 2 times speed like that, it doesn't work like that. So we have to do this 2 times speed dot speed game dot text button, and then I'm just gonna, for the sake of time, copy this line here, paste it twice. Here we're gonna say local speed game pass 2 equals, and then here we're going to say 3 times, and here we're going to say 2 times prestige, and we're going to call this prestige game pass. Next, we've got one more thing to do here. We're going to say local open shop equals mainframe.parent.open.text button. Then we're going to say local player equals game.players.local player. Local speed game pass ID equals, and then we just put some zeros here for now. We'll come back to that and say local speed 2 game pass ID equals, and once again put some zeros. Then local prestige game pass ID equals, and some more zeros. Right, this bit's hard. We'll come back to this and I'll explain all these zeros and IDs in a minute. This bit you're going to need to pay a lot of attention to, maybe pause it or something, because it's going to get complicated. We only really have to write one of these, okay, and then we can sort of copy and paste it. So we'll say speed game pass dot mouse button 1 down :connect function. Once again, I told you about this earlier, it's when they click it, we create a function or call a function. Local success, comma, message equals pcall function. So has pass equals marketplace service colon user owns game pass async player dot user ID comma speed game pass ID. The reason we do user ID and not the player's name is because if they ever change their name, because you obviously could pay 1,000 Robux to change your name, then it's all going to reset. So we want to make sure that a user ID, which never changes, is still there. Am I missing a has pass? No, I am not. Why have I got this? It's only used in the closing function. I don't care. If has pass is equal to true, then print player already has the game pass. Then we say speed game pass dot text is equal to dot text with a capital T is equal to already owned. What this will do is when you press purchase, it will check to see if you already have it, and if you do, it will just change the text from purchase to already owned. Else marketplace service colon prompt game prompt colon prompt game pass purchase player comma speed game pass ID. And then we got our end here. And that's it for that. Now we're going to copy all of this, drop down 2 lines, paste it as we get speed game pass 2. Then it's the exact same thing except anything which says speed game pass, I'm just going to speed 2 game pass ID, speed 2 game pass ID, which that's what we call it, right? Yeah, speed 2. Speed game pass 2.text. Right, speed 2 game, then yeah. Then once more, here we say prestige game pass. Just has game prestige game pass ID. Same thing here. Prestige game pass ID. Prestige game pass.text. And that's all. So once you've loaded up Chrome, you want to go over to roblox.com/develop, find where your game's located. Here's mine. And then you're going to click this little thing here, and you're going to click on configure. No, sorry, create game pass. Then it's going to load up the screen. Oops. And here it's going to ask you to find files and stuff for it. I'm just going to call this 2 times speed. And then it asks you to choose a file. I don't know if you do have to. No, I don't think you do. In which case, obviously you lot should probably choose a file. But I don't think you have to. So if you don't, then I won't be. Do I? Yeah, you must select a file. Yeah, you lot do have to choose a file. Which obviously I'm just going to choose the Driple Studios file anyway because it's what I'm doing. Choosing the Driple Studios logo. You might tell me it's an incorrect size. This is eventually going to load up. Right, okay, and there we go, as you can see. Now when I've done this file, it's actually changed the name of my game pass, but just change it back if it does that. 2 times speed. Speed. Right, okay, and then preview, and it will do some loading. My computer's not very fast, by the way. I'm going to be building myself a computer in a couple of days. Not even that. The day this video comes out, it will be the day after this video comes out. I should be building myself a computer. It depends. In which case, then we'll have some good quality videos. Because you know, I managed to hog myself a 3060 Ti. Took a while though. Anyway, and then we're just gonna click verify upload if this is everything you want. Don't worry about the price of it yet. Worry about that in the future. And then boom, we got one here. I'll do that again. So I'm gonna click on choose file. Make sure that you're targeting to the right one as well. I've only got 3 Robux. I'm a bit broke. So there's probably people watching with 0. Don't worry. It's an in-game currency. It means nothing. Now we'll do the 3 times speed. Preview. Do some loading and then just click verify. Now do one more, which I'm going to choose the same file. And this is going to be 2 times prestige. Preview and verify. Next up, we're going to click on one of these and click configure. And then when it loads, I tell you here, and you just click on sales. Then you click on item for sale. I'm gonna set mine to 10. Obviously, you lot set this to more than 10. You don't want to be selling a game pass for 10 Robux. Set this to how much you want, but this is testing purposes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and click save. I will be taking these off sale after this video ends, by the way, so no one can buy them. Just click on it here. It's done, and we get like a little number here. You're just gonna double click that and Control C or right click copy it. And then once we've done this, we're gonna set this as our speed game pass. And like replace the 3 zeros with that number, and then we'll do the 3 times speed. So click on that, double click here, Control C. Oh, wrong thing. And then here that's 2 times or 3 times, sorry. And then we got one more thing to do, which is the 2 times prestige, and then we should see this work in game. Nearly. Actually, yeah, it should after this. I'm not going to make it functional this episode, we'll do that next, but it should be useful here. Alright, then we can completely close off the script, we don't need it anymore. Next, I'm going to completely hide the G shop. I do believe this button should do something, but I'm not sure. Hang on. Surely I've got some sort of thing to open. Oh yeah, so sorry, we're missing something here. Right at the bottom, we just want to do script.parent.open.text button one click :connect function. Sorry, I forgot about this. Mainframe.visible equals not mainframe.visible. This just allows you to open and close it. Anyway, now I can come off that. Click on G Shop and make it not visible. Then we click test and we can play. And then it should actually prompt us with it. Okay, we're in, and as you can clearly see, we do have our button here. Let's just try and click this. Oh, hang on a minute, we've got a problem. Oh, speed game pass is not. So it's not working because we have an error. Speed game pass is not a valid member, so it's to do with here. Scrolling frame. Main frame, not scrolling frame. 2 times speed. Speed. Oh, it's because this we put here, the speed game pass here should be the prestige game pass. What have we got wrong here? It wasn't only when I was clicking it. I don't know. Let's try running this again. Maybe it'll work this time. Let's give this a go. I have now officially been recording for an hour and 5 seconds. I'm using 29% of my CPU usage right now. Okay, so there we go. We can click this, and this will also close it. Click this should prompt us with a 2 times speed. Oh, already owned. It's because I think it's because we already made it, so it'll say that. But of course, if you didn't already own this, it wouldn't say this. But because we do, like, so we could get up a second player using a special, I can't remember how now, like a little server run, which I can't do because it will lag my computer. I don't remember how you do it. It's one of these buttons somewhere. It might be this client thing. No, it's not that. You click like one of these. When starting, I think it's the local server. Then like you select any players. I'm not gonna do it because it'll probably crash my computer. And then like one of them should say that you haven't bought it, but I don't know. It should be working fine. If it's not, then just let me know and feel free to hate on me. Anyway, next video we're actually gonna make it functional, so when you buy it, you get 2 times speed. Anyway, so I'm just gonna file and publish to Roblox. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and suppose goodbye, I suppose. But anyway, if you like this video, then like, comment, subscribe, share with anyone that you think might need this, and see you next video when we actually make this functional. So thanks for watching and goodbye.